Yes, I am back here, my favorite park in the world. And this one especially feels great because I have an entire week, basically Monday through Friday. Got here at 2:20 on a Monday, have all the way through to Friday to spend here. Don't have to rush every time I'm here. Even though I'll spend 3 days here, I'm always rushing. This is one of the few parks that I could say that I could spend an entire week at and not get bored. Now, Disney World is kind of the same way, except there's 4 parks there. Even places I love, like SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, even places like Cedar Point, probably get bored with those after a while, but not here. This is my 6th straight year coming here for the Christmas season. Now, last year was the one that I only did a couple days on, didn't do the season pass at all, just used my Silver Dollar City Pass to get discounted tickets. Yeah, and a small piece of me dies right there. A chain lift. It does give you time to look around, take in the scenery. I rode the very back row. It is a wheel seat. And right after the wave turn, the valley after the wave turn it jostled you quite a bit. Other than that, it's fine. If they're gonna do any track work in the off season, that would be the spot.
On the right hand side of the train is always taking a Frisco, hold around the biggest center of the bread. Tell me I didn't have to on the bread yet, make sure. We'll do the main card the last time on the trip. Go be this time as loud as we can on please.
I finished today with 12 rides on Lightning Rod. 8 of them at night. Maybe not a top 5 coaster anymore, but probably top 20 at least. The launch did add a lot to it, but it wasn't everything. The quad down still delivers. The night rides with the Christmas lights coming into view as you're coming down the quad down, it is just phenomenal. It was an empty day. 1 train ops on Lightning Rod, yet you were pretty much getting on the next train all day long. But boy, what a difference it makes between the county $5 days last week and this week. Look at this. There's literally nobody on this walkway. What is going on? Oh, there are people way up there. On the, however you pronounce that word, county $5 days, this park is just packed, yet hardly anyone's riding rides. So it doesn't affect the ride lines too much, but it does affect your ability to get into shows. You got to show up early for shows. I went to a few shows here and I was able to get in last minute, no problem. Got a good seat. And I also was able to get on the train pretty much last minute. When you're here on those county $5 days, there's no way that you're getting on the train if you show up in the last 10 minutes or so. You got to show up like half hour or more early. And for me, that is always such a drag to wait and wait, just standing around the train, waiting to board, and then sitting on the train forever, waiting to leave. So usually I just don't even bother with it. This is only the 2nd time I've ever done the train. I love the way they decorate this building with the sign right in front there. And the Emporium decorated nicely, and Santa's up there waving to us. So if you opt for a season pass at Dollywood, I recommend that for your first visit, when you're picking up your pass, show up midday. That's what I did yesterday. I walked right up to the booth, got my season pass, took 2 minutes at the most. Here, they got quite a line. Early in the day, you get quite a line for the season pass pickups and also ticket sales. Try to arrange it where you're showing up midday for your first day to pick up your season pass. I did 5 Twilight rides in about 45 minutes on Wild Eagle, the best Twilight ride in the park. Then I came over and did Fire Chaser Express, 5 rides in 27 minutes. All of them walk-ons, including 2 in the front row. This is such a great time to come to Dollywood. These weekdays, before Thanksgiving and after their $5 days. So my last ride of the night was on Mad Mockingbird. Didn't suspect that would be my last ride of the night. So my ride count today, 10 rides on Tennessee Tornado, 10 on Wild Eagle, 10 on Fire Chaser Express, 3 on Dragon Flyer, 2 on lightning rod, 2 on mystery mine. I didn't even do thunderhead today. But since I'm here all week, that doesn't matter so much. The thing is, I was doing shows earlier in the day. At 5:15, I finished my last show and I started riding basically at 5:20, 5:25. I was at 11 rides at that time. I ended up with 39, including the 2 flat rides there at the end. I did 2 in a row on Mad Mockingbird because I figured I didn't have enough time to get all the way to Thunderhead, so I might as well end my day with that. I could have done more on Dragonflyer, but there was nobody else going in there. I didn't want to have them running the train just for me. It's also why I left Mystery Mine. Nobody was going up there. With those 39, that means I did 28 rides in the final 3 hours and 40 minutes. 26 coasters. That's better than 1 every 10 minutes. The bad part about ending your day in Wildwood Grove is a long walk out. There were people riding Thunderhead there at the end. Gotta admit, I was a bit jealous of that. That is such a great ride, and it's such a great night ride. I will have to end tomorrow with that. Now, this is such a great way to do it. If you're able to spend an entire week at the park, or Monday through Friday, do it on one of these weeks after the $5 county days and before Thanksgiving week. It is such light crowds. I think I saw a 5-minute wait time posted for Fire Chaser Express earlier. Other than that, 0 minutes for everything all day. There were a lot of people here today. A lot of people going to the shows, but the rides never had waits. So those 26 coaster rides, 28 rides in a little over 3.5 hours. And that's also taking into consideration the no re-ride policy here at Hershey Parks. Even if nobody's waiting in the station, you cannot ride again. You have to walk around.
Here, have a seat. Buckle your seatbelt. Once that seatbelt. Make sure you are competition ready. Vroom, vroom. Let's ride. Glory streams from heaven afar. Heavenly hope.
Even with a light crowd, running 2 trains on lightning rod. You gotta appreciate that. Even yesterday, Tennessee Tornado even was running 2 trains. And on my 3rd night, ended the night with 5 night rides on Thunderhead, and I threw one in on the drop tower too. I got out of the Christmas in the Smoky show at 8:05, went and did lightning rod. That was my 15th ride of the day on it, 5 night rides. And then I came over, did 5 rides on Thunderhead, 1 on the drop tower. Thunderhead was running 2 trains. Lightning rod had an issue. They had to take 1 train off the track, so they were down to 1 train ops there at the end, but it was fine. Get out right on the next ride. So yet another great day here at Dollywood. What else is new? And as of today, I'm now up to 100 rides on lightning rod. I believe it's the 14th coaster that I've reached 100 rides on in my life. And of course, no trip to Dollywood would be complete without taking a ride on the most intense coaster in the park, Black Bear Trail. And once again, like a broken record, every ride is a walk-on all day long. Now that is an awesome thing, usually, but there are times that you go to get on a ride on a day like this and there is literally nobody else riding. No one before you, no one after you. You walk up and it's just you or just your group. And that can be awkward because you feel bad for the ride operators having to run a cycle for just you. And not just running 1 cycle. If they're running multiple trains, they gotta send all the trains through just for you. And nobody comes to ride during that entire time. So they run a full set of cycles of every train just for you. And it happens over and over and over. Now, some people are probably not mindful of that at all. They're probably like, the ride operators are paid to do that. I don't care. Well, that is something that I think about, though. So sometimes I'll sit outside of an entrance waiting on other people to enter in, and then I'll go in. That can definitely be the case with the drop tower. Earlier I was seeing cycle after cycle go up with people, and then when I wanted to ride, nobody came for like 10 minutes. Now, of course, if you were to ask me, what's worse? Standing around waiting for other riders to enter the line, or having to wait in an hour-long line? Well, it's obvious. What's the better option there? And tonight, once again, I ended with Thunderhead. Got 4 rides in the last 35 minutes. I actually sat out a cycle that I could have got on to make sure that I got last ride of the night. Lightning Rod is still my favorite ride in the park, and it's my favorite night ride in the park. However, Thunderhead is my favorite last ride of the night. There's just something about Thunderhead at the very end that just makes it so much better. I don't know what it is. I think it's the crew and the enthusiasm of the fellow guests. On my 4th day at Dollywood, another incredible day. I still got a half hour left before the park closes, but I'm going to end the vlog right here because I'm going to be running to the car afterwards. Because once the fireworks ends, it's going to be a mad dash, I imagine. It's been a great week here at Dollywood. Got 40 rides on Lightning Rod. Could have easily gotten more if I wanted, but there's just so much to do here. Over 20 on Thunderhead, and it's about to be a few more. Got at least 10 on Tennessee Tornado, Wild Eagle, and Fire Chaser Express. 0 on Big Bear Mountain. That's the only real disappointment.